So firstly, great to speak to you for the first time. A few weeks ago, we didn't think we would be speaking to you because Gareth said, well, he's not coming. So what changed that decision?
I think, the decision was mainly based on my family situation. I've got two young girls at home and my wife doesn't have much support. So that was the main hesitation really, because obviously I was going to be away for half the week, and I think the fact that it was maybe a month less than what we originally thought, when we were originally talking about it, just made it seem that much more doable for my wife especially to get through it really.
What's Gareth like when he rings you up and says, I want you to come up here?
No, he didn't kind of let it go. He sort of kept peppering me to see if I still wanted to come, but he was very respectful originally when I said I don't think I could do it, and but yeah, it was nice to have that someone like that wanting you to come and play.
As someone that would have known him, obviously he played three or four seasons underneath him at Wickham. What was he like then, and how can you see that being implemented at Shrewsbury?
Yeah, he hasn't changed one bit really. He's, every morning he's very positive, and he has a great outlook on life. Doesn't take himself too seriously. Doesn't have a big ego and stuff. And the time that he spent at Wickham, if he was given a few years to implement his culture, and obviously inevitably it had dividends in the end.
And you were keen to stay involved in football and keep playing as long as you can?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm exploring other things as well. Like I'm studying to be a sports psychologist, involved in things with sustainability. So yeah, there are certainly other things I'm interested in doing, which I eventually will pursue. But yeah, I just felt like physically I'm still able to play at this level. So why waste that when you'll never get it back again, I suppose.
Yeah, how did you keep yourself fit and prepared in that little spell between leaving Wickham and then coming here?
More difficult than you'd think really, because to even if you're at a league club, the training facility that you're training on is not always ideal, so it's actually really difficult to find a decent training facility. So generally it was just me doing my own runs, either on road, which is definitely not ideal at my age, but or finding a decent patch of grass, but yeah, just doing runs to keep ticking over.
I suppose you lose that bit of structure as well if someone's saying, right, go do this, go do that. You've got to do it for yourself.
Yeah, I'm quite good at being self-motivated, but it's but yeah, like you have to actively do it, whereas obviously when it's your job you just do as you're told really, so it's a lot easier. So
the situation that you come into at Shrewsbury, trying to avoid relegation. What's the dressing room like since you've come in?
Yeah, really, really calm, really relaxed, very welcoming. It's a great group. It seems like a really nice group of lads, and yeah, there's still positivity there, and still fight there. So yeah, I think there's certainly enough points to play for from now to the end of the season. So yeah, there's definitely belief that we can do it. What's
it like joining the club and there's say 15, 16 games to go when you joined?
Yeah, it's the first for me. Yeah, I have signed in January before, but yeah, not as late as I have. So yeah, it's just it gives clarity for what needs to be done, especially in the position that we're in. It just gives a lot more clarity for me for every game left to play, that what we need to do.
We've just spoke to the manager and he's just been talking about your experience and how that's helping some of the younger lads here. Do you see that as a big part of what you can add to the squad?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, in my career I've been in most situations. I think I've been in relegation battles, I've been relegated, I've stayed up on the last day of the season, been promoted, lost in playoff finals, won cups, lost cups. So like I've done most things, I think, like most scenarios. So yeah, like I hope that I can bring that experience.
And he's brought a few of you in that were at Wickham underneath him as well, so a few familiar faces.
Yeah, Gapey obviously played with for years, and know really well, and some of the staff as well know really, really well. So yeah, it feels like a home from home already.
13 games left to go this season, obviously under no illusion of how tough it is and the situation, but how do you feel that this squad, and what do you think that they need to do in these final 13 games to get to where they want to be?
I think, to a large extent, it's remaining calm and positive in most scenarios. Obviously, inevitably, there are going to be times where it gets really tough. But it's staying connected and being together throughout that period, regardless of what's going on. I think that connection between the players and not having a blame culture, just having a culture of, okay, so it's gone wrong, we'll bounce back, we'll do it better, we'll do it different next time.
And Peterborough on Saturday, you obviously played 45 minutes on last weekend. How are you feeling? Will you be close to getting to a full 90, do you think, being ready for that?
I'd love to. Obviously, it's in the gaffer's gift to do that. But whatever minutes that I get, then I'll just give my absolute best for the team.
But you feel physically ready to do that?
Yeah, I mean, you never are ready, I don't think. You do 6 weeks of pre-season and run yourself into the ground, and the first game's always hard. So it's always going to be physically tough. And it'll take, 2 or 3 to feel like, fully comfortable with it. But realistically, even if you're fully fit, you never really want to be comfortable. You want to be pushing yourself all the time. So, whatever comes my way. I mean, coming on at half-time was a surprise. But I felt okay. So, we'll see.
Perfect, thank you.